I'm able to be live. All right, I see Christopher. Christopher's here. Let's pop out the chat just in case. Just in case. I'm gonna do it like this so that I can see what's going on. Keep the chat small. What's good, Christopher? Sorry if this is annoying for everyone to see, but this is until my phone loads and tells me that we're live, this is what I gotta be. So, all right. Now, we can also notice that on today, while Axon DAO goes live and everyone got a little boost of liquidity in Desci, we saw Research Coin also start taking off today. Now, it's pulled back a good chunk. We're on the daily chart here, so it looks like it's negative on the day. Although in a rolling 24-hour period, it is not negative. If we kind of go out, I don't like looking at the minute chart for these because it's too volatile. There's not enough volume. If we kind of scroll out for a second, we can take a look and see that Research Coin had pumped from 30 cents all the way up to 51 cents. So a very large scale run, actually. We're having a big pullback here. I imagine a lot of people are starting to take profits off of that. Let's see, yeah, somebody sold 51,000, they sold 40,000. 32,000. So a lot of people are taking some profits off of the table when it comes to Research Coin, and I don't blame them. When you see a run like that, you want to lock in some of the profits. I think it's foolish to be locking in any profits on Research Coin down here to $30 million market cap, but that's my POV with the insider info that I seem to be finding about a lot of these coins. Not so much Research Coin, actually. I don't know why I said it with that one. Um, It's exciting nonetheless because most of DeSci is starting to finally come back to life. We see Athena DAO. Athena DAO is up a good chunk today. Athena DAO continuously was bleeding. Yesterday we talked about how it looked like it was finding a floor, and I felt that anything realistically under 60 cents for Athena DAO, I believe is a really good long-term buy and hold. That's at least what I'm doing. I can't dictate to you guys what you should be doing, but Axon breaking all-time high right now. Let's go. Let's go. And then, yeah, I think the market must have realized that Athena DAO was priced just disgustingly low. What's good, Abdel? What's good? Let's go back to Axon. AXGT. Good morning. Good morning, MK. Good morning. Scoop-de-doo. Let's go into the hourly. Although the hourly is not even going to have data. Let's go to the 1 minute. One thing that is intriguing for us to pay attention to here, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Axon is doing work right now. Axon's actually doing fantastic work as we break back up to where it rightfully should be trading at. It is, I know it says a $6.68 million market cap, but you have to divide this by 10 because they're not accounting for the fact that only 10% of the supply is in circulation. Now, that does mean we're going to experience a lot of dilution when it comes to Axon DAO, but that dilution is spread out over a multi-year period. So you can reasonably, over the next 18 months or so, as most of us are looking to take profits come the end of 2025, look into the tokenomics and see how many tokens are going to be in circulation come the end of 2025 and factor in your dilution accordingly. If you kind of assume to cut the price in half, that'll give you a rough estimate as to how much dilution happens over Axon DAO. Essentially take this market cap, divide it by 5, and that'll give you a reasonable estimate. But I know I'm getting a little in depth there. What I want to show you guys is how much volume has passed through Axon DAO in the hour and a half that it's been live trading. An hour and a half of being live, and it has already traded $660,000. That is an aggressive amount of volume for a DeSci project that is an hour and a half old. That is an aggressive amount of volume. We're seeing a lot of buyers step up to the plate, and I know for a fact we haven't even begun to see some of the marketing efforts that the team is about to push out. The team is about to go crazy with it, and it is starting to break out. It's a very exciting time, very exciting time. I think if you had been paying attention to some of the live streams that we were doing here, which you should be, because I know for a fact you have notifications turned on. I know for a fact you've already hit that like button as you come through this live stream. A couple days ago, I guess it was probably like 2 weeks ago at this point, when Axon DAO was still at the Fjord or whatever they pronounce it as, the FJORD, Fjord, bootstrap liquidity pools, not for Duel, but for Axon. The market cap was 140,000, and I was saying that's stupid. It's not going to stay like that. That's like actually grossly undervalued right now. And so if anyone had scooped some up during that period of time, you're already up a 4x. which is beautiful. With great risk comes great return, and by God, you're taking great risk when it comes to this. When we selling, boy, sell when sell when you feel that you are starting to get over exuberant about it. Okay? I don't know when you should sell. I don't know when I'm going to sell either. But I do know one thing. Historically, when I wake up in the middle of the night and I pick up my phone immediately, I'm still half asleep. I'm not actually getting up yet, but I pick up my phone and keep one eye closed and I look at my phone screen with the other eye. That way I don't blind both eyes with the light and I can keep one adjusted to the dark just so I can check the price of something. That's when you should be selling. That's historically the best time to be selling. It's when you get that pure just greed in your heart and you know this probably ain't the best thing going on right now. That's when you should be selling. Oh God, it's funny. A funny game we play, but it is cool. It is very intriguing actually to see because Axon DAO listing is the exact day that the rest of Desci starts to run, and it makes my tweet from the other day look like genius tweet if I can find it. Will Axon DAO token launch spark a Desci run? Guess we'll have to find out on the 13th. The 13th comes and literally start rallying. Everything in Desci starts rallying, which is very, very exciting for us. Even Cryo right now, even Cryo DAO, which had been long forgotten about, started rallying. Oh, it took a little dump here in the last couple minutes, but that's because Bitcoin is starting to fall off a cliff. Bitcoin is starting to struggle a little bit as we approach 48,000, 49,000 in that little area. Starting to get volatility. We're starting to make volatility great again. It's taken a 3.5% decline, which is substantial, but it's nothing to be too stressed out about, especially because we know what the catalyst was. We know exactly what the catalyst was. About an hour and 40 minutes ago. An hour and 40 minutes ago. No, not even. I think it was like an hour and it was 8:30. So an hour and 10 minutes ago. Let's go back and see what that looks like. Right here. Right when Bitcoin started dumping. Right when Bitcoin started dumping, we got the CPI release. CPI came in a little bit hotter than what everyone was expecting, which means that interest rates are probably not going to get cut just yet. We still, we don't know. All it does is shift the probability a little bit. We're still getting interest rate cuts this year at some point because we're about to experience a banking collapse, but I don't want to get into that on this live stream. We will, they have to cut interest rates, otherwise there's about $16 trillion worth of government debt that's going to roll over into the higher interest rate period. And before that even happens, the government is already paying more on interest for their debt than they do on the entire defense budget. That's not sustainable in the slightest. That's just a death spiral that leads to bankruptcy. So they have to cut interest rates, otherwise we're screwed. Plus a litany of other reasons. But regardless, this postpones that for a little bit longer. Until they can prove that inflation is totally under control and totally predictable, um, they're just going to have to continue to push the can as far down the road as they can. One thing that we can pay attention to, which we do every single month when CPI comes out, the headline was 3.1%. Okay, so 3.1% inflation, which is close to that 2% threshold. It's still 50% higher, but it's okay. It's pretty damn close compared to the 9% we were at a couple years ago. If you take this number, the month over month, okay, the CPI for month over month, which was 0.3%, you take that 0.3 and you annualize it, right? We do this every single time. You'll get 3.6, which means in the current month of January, inflation was acting as if it was in a 3.6% headline environment. Currently, the headline for year over year was 3.1, which means the month of January had hotter inflation on average, if we were to annualize it, than all of last year, all of the last 12 months, which means inflation is beginning to pick up again. Now, we have months that this happens in and months that we go back down, so it's not a consistent basis, which is more important, but it does mean that it's stickier than everyone was expecting, significantly stickier. All right, let's go back to Desci though. That was my little CPI rant. We could, if you guys want, we could go in depth checking out where the inflation is sticky from. Let's start a poll. What's good, Dream? What's good? All right, started the poll. It's weird because I still can't see it on my phone. My phone still won't inform me that I'm live, which is crazy. Uh-huh. I closed. This is real. I know you feel this. I know you feel this. I bought Genomes down, Data Lake, but research blew up real big. Research coin's going to $1 billion market cap. So that's my opinion, obviously. Nobody knows for sure. Data Lake is great. Genomes DAO is awesome. Research Coin has Brian Armstrong. I'm sorry, but it's the easiest play out there. It's genuinely the easiest play in all of crypto, in my humbled opinion, is Research Coin. People are going to wait until it actually starts being in the top 100 before they actually start paying any attention to it. And at that point, I think most of the gains will have already been eviscerated. I think they'll be gone. I think the gains will be very minimal once it gets into the top 100. It's spotting it now, understanding that Brian Armstrong has access to unlimited capital. Can't find Axon on Uniswap. So what you're going to want to do is come to Axon DAO. Truthfully, you don't ever want to just grab it from here, but the token contract address is right here on Dex Tools. You never want to grab it from here because it's not 100% reliable. What you want to do is what you're going to want to do is go to the website for whatever token you're looking at, and then you're going to want to grab the token contract from their address, from their website. So AXGT is tradable, Ethereum ERC, join the whitelist. Price of target launch is 0.0048. They succeeded. Um, where is it? Why are they hiding it? I don't even have anything on this. That's funny. Go to the white paper. It should be on the white paper. Basically, you just want to find the token contract address. So the token address is here. You copy that, and then you can go over to Uniswap. You're going to select a token and paste it in. It's going to give you a warning because it's a brand new contract. Don't just fade this warning. Make sure you are confident that this is the correct token address. And there you go. Now you have it. It's because we're so goddamn early. Yo, Dream. I blame Valentine's Day. Why are you blaming Valentine's Day? Thought you weren't going to go live. Well, if you paid attention in the Discord, I did say I was running about half an hour late. Half an hour late because I'm here at HIT and they had their morning meeting and I had to partake in their morning meeting. I need to see how things are run here. I need to experience it so I can get some stability and some organization into my own operations, my own content. Finally gave in and bought a rain coin. Price is about $4. Probably nothing though. You bought a singular rain coin for $4? You and your Discord. I mean, that's where I communicate. I can't be communicating in the DMs with everyone because I just got like 12 platforms that I put content out on, and there's DMs on each of them. I can't be out there. It's going to take me like 15 to 20 minutes to put a post out on every single platform saying I'm 20 minutes late. Or I could just put it in the Discord once, you know? Should I swap my gene and data lake for research coin? I can't dictate what you should do. I really can't. All I can say is why did you buy them in the first place? And why are you already willing to sacrifice them for something else? Cost me about $16, but it's at 20. Nice. So you're already 4 extra money. Let's go, dude. You gotta move with bigger amounts, Dream. Stockpile more. Stockpile more. Put $5 every 2 or 3 days into an account until you got like 50 bucks. So you got like 100 bucks, and then make those moves. You got to stockpile as much cash as you can. Moving in like little bits are destroying your returns. Moving at $4 at a time, it's not really even worth making the move. Save it until you have more money and then go in a little bit heavier. Because you got to move in concentrated moves. Otherwise, you're going to get decimated with gas fees. Or switch networks. Don't touch Ethereum at all. Just go touch Solana. Just go touch ICP. Just go buy AVAX. Just like, you know what I mean? You're going to get decimated with fees. Absolutely decimated. Or you do you, man. You do you. You do your thing. Oh, I forgot I'm on my laptop. I was like, I want to see all my drawings. Yeah. I save until it's on Polygon. You still had to pay a lot of fees. I save until I have 500 to 3K to invest in. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. What else? What else we got? Let's go. Let's grow. Let's go check out Grow. Up 8% today. Nice. We love to see it. We love to see it. I don't want the minute. Let's go out to the hourly. So Grow is starting to find a little bit of support. I mean, it did find its support. We got to wait for them to break above. We got to wait for them to break above the previous highs that they had set, right? Before we can know for sure that it's making that glorious return upwards. These coins, guys, these coins are so small. This is crazy. I've never gotten in this early to any projects, and now we're getting project after project after project after project. Hair. I bought some hair the other day. This is my private portfolio. I think I bought it at like 20 bucks, so we're still literally just at the same price. Hair looks like it's starting to rally upwards. Hair is the only DeSci project, or Hair was the first DeSci project that had a patent, and now they have their own line of hair growth shampoo. VitaFast is something I talked about this in a video. I talked about this in a video. All right. VitaFast is an IP NFT which has been created from research that VitaDAO funded. VitaDAO is having another one of these token launches, one of these NFT launches, okay? And to put it in perspective, getting in at the bottom until the top there was a 15x in 3 months. Just getting in right at open to the top was a 10x and 11x in 3 months, which is beautiful. That would be a glorious return. They have another one of these coming out. This time, it is actually turning into the first ever biotech company to spin up out of one of these DAOs. So it's definitely worth paying very close attention to. Let's see. I've brought this up a couple times. I don't know that it's actually started yet. The first biopharma NFT. Yeah, here it is. Huge. This is gonna be very fun to watch, and I'm probably gonna throw like $200 into it or something. This will be very fun to watch. What's good, Search for Crypto? You're a living legend. Let's go, Dream. What about BioXYZ? That one is still months away, dude. I wouldn't get your hopes up too much for that one yet. I have not heard anything of them coming any closer. Let's check out BioXYZ though, because that is going to be one of the easiest dollars to make. Dollars to make. BioXYZ is going to be straight up the easiest DeSci play that you could possibly anticipate. They have their launchpad. It still says Athena DAO, so they've still yet to actually get into their own token. I am going to pull every string. I plan on pulling every single string relationship, every single relationship I have with any DeSci founder. I plan on utilizing to the fullest extent to make sure that I get access to this BioXYZ presale. Every single connection that I have made of everyone in the entire space, I will be utilizing, I will be pulling all of them together in one moment to get access to this thing. And of course, I will be sharing it with you guys. Of course. It's gonna, I can't express to you how bullish I am on this. Just to put it in example, I think that there's a very real possibility that VitaDAO here gets to be a $1 billion market cap. I think there's a very real possibility that VitaDAO hits 1 billion. So what do you think I think could happen to the project that launched VitaDAO? Are you joking? VitaDAO, AthenaDAO, ValleyDAO, HairDAO, CryoDAO. We even got SciDAO, which hasn't even launched yet. And that's just the beginning. The bull run is literally not even post-halving yet. Not even post-halving. Let's see, we got most people said no to breaking down CPI, which I support. I don't really want to break down CPI right now. We got 8 votes on it. Hopefully we got 8 likes. Let's go see. We got 5 likes. All right. I mean, that's not really 8 likes, but it's better than 1 like. So I guess I could, whatever, man. You guys just don't like the content. You guys just don't want the BioXYZ token launch. I get it. I get it. X out of the chat. Hit that like button, please. Throw us on if you do. 1,000,000% I will be putting it into the Discord if I do. 100% I'll be putting in the Discord. Um, have you heard of Jupiter? I have. Have you heard of Saturn? What am I doing? Coin market cap. Let's go to these 5 cryptos are going to do very well this bull run because all 5 of these are doling out as many airdrops as they possibly can. Each one has set aside tokens of their own accord to promote staking. Each one has projects launching out on top of them. Like, genuinely, Celestia is a token launch pad, essentially. So you can stake Celestia, you can stake Tia, and receive airdrops. Airdrops like Manta Network. Airdrops like Jupiter. Jupiter wasn't exactly from Celestia, but they're just different networks. These 5 coins, if you have money that you're willing to just like potentially risk to go to zero, but in exchange for many airdrops that come over the next 18 months, these 5 are stuff that I would pay attention to. Find your favorite networks or just split it up between all of them. It'll be very interesting to see what ends up happening to them. I don't think they'll go to zero, but I just want you to understand that when you're farming airdrops, there's always the risk that the underlying thing you're holding in order to farm the airdrops ends up going to zero. Another thing, which we talked about the other day, Saturn BTC. This is another airdrop farming machine right now. I put in like $150 worth of Bitcoin, so I don't have to worry about Bitcoin going to zero, into their platform. I made 1 transaction and it qualified me for airdrops. I just received $30 of rug, which is not that much, but it's just a free 30 bucks, you know? They just gave me 30 bucks for free. They're doing another airdrop in the very near future. I think it's Ring or something like that. They just have a bunch of airdrops lined up because it's a new Bitcoin token standard. It's a new way of creating tokens on top of Bitcoin. Really curious to see the marketing that Axon goes about using. One thing holding me back from some DeSci plays is the lack of marketing push. Need to get attention away from bullshit meme coins. I couldn't agree more, MK. I could not agree more. So I know because, again, I'm working with the team that they have dedicated resources to making sure that the broader public understands what Axon DAO is actually starting to implement here, what they're actually starting to do. Because they're in DeSci, yes, they're also in DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure. They have connections in the medical world already for devices, and they're funding some research already. So it's like, I'll be excited to see it. I'll be excited to see it. It should hopefully open the eyes of everyone in DeSci. You know what I think is going to open the eyes of everyone? Because DeSci is so small, everyone is actually paying attention to what everyone else is doing, right? So we come look at Cryo, okay? CryoDAO was able to raise a bunch of funds. Every single person in DeSci wanted to become CryoDAO again. Everyone wanted to be Cryo. And then when the token launched, it basically just went straight down, and nobody wanted to be Cryo anymore. Nobody wanted to be Cryo. Now, Axon DAO didn't really raise nearly as much funds as Cryo, but they still did raise a good chunk of money in their listings. And it looks like, I mean, the token is still finding its way right now, but truthfully, if we come zoom into the 1 minute on this, It's rallying. It's rallying. So it's a complete 180 to what Cryo did. And I think this is going to draw in more people than what Cryo did because the people who supported the fundraising of Cryo are upset that the token didn't do anything. Now, the people who supported the fundraising of Axon are excited that the token's doing something. It's going to get people more and more excited. It's going to get people more involved. And then the rest of the DAOs, the rest of decentralized science, are actually going to get the opportunity to see how it should be done. That's what I think is going to happen. Will it play out perfectly? No, probably not. But it should play out pretty damn good. Where it's already rallying so much. This thing's just going crazy. This thing's going crazy since launch. It was supposed to launch at 0.0045, and it did, and now it's at 0.007486. So it's almost done a 100% return just today. If you had been able to scoop some at the lows here, from the lows, it's up over 100%. That's insane. That's a really good rally. All just today. Crowd just went too hard on pre-sale stuff, too big of a cap, can't beat good organic stealth launch. Agreed. Agreed. Cryo went too hard when they should have just been taking it easy. But the thing is, it's short term. It's short term sighted. It's short term sighted. Because we know that the DAOs only can survive if they have a strong community. And the way that you harness a strong community, the way that you harbor a lot of people to pay attention to what you're doing is by giving them some sort of return. It doesn't have to be financial, but in the world of crypto, it often is financial returns, right? Because that's why, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm sure it'd be fun to donate some of our money to science, right? But we're probably not here to do that. We're here because there is some speculation here that the research that gets funded might yield some sort of financial gain to the treasury, right? And then hopefully the token goes up with it. I understand that that's like if the SEC's in the chat listening, they're going to get pissed off that I'm saying that, but let's be real. Let's just be real, all right? They're not securities because you don't actually get access to it. It's just purely speculation. But regardless, we're here for money. Everyone knows that. And so what Cryo did is fundraise a shit ton of money to fund science. But then the community got hurt. The community has not yet been rewarded for any of the efforts that they put in. And people are quick to lose faith. People are quick to just leave. People are quick to turn around and say, screw you, I'm going to the next cool little thing that's got going on here. The exact opposite is happening with Axon. And since the treasury is going to be made up of the tokens, for the long term, it's going to be more beneficial to go the route that Axon went versus what Cryo did. But time shall tell. We shall see. Hopefully you guys are eating right now. If you are up an unreasonable amount of money, if you went too heavy into something like this, you're up a ton of money right now. Consider taking your initials out. Where we've made a good chunk of returns already, just consider you got to make your own financial decisions. I'm not here to dictate any of that. Do what you need to do. You know what you should do. You've been paying attention, you've been learning. Do what you got to do. That is true. They still want a good looking chart. It is it is about money though. At the end of the day, nobody would be doing anything if it wasn't about money. All of society runs off of money. So it's like let's not pretend that this is much different. We're just doing a disservice to everyone. If I come out here saying that I'm purely into all of the DeSci projects so that we can fund science, then I'm doing a disservice because that means I'm probably not going to sell at the peak. I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell almost everything that I hold at some point. I don't want to mislead anyone into thinking that I'm going to round trip any of this stuff. I personally pay attention to the valuations of things, and I pay attention to where I think they could get to. Once we cross over that threshold, just like on the downside, once we cross below that threshold, I start scooping up the bag. I start buying some because I feel like they're undervalued. As soon as I feel like they become overvalued, I'm going to start selling. And that's why you have to understand what you're putting your money into. You have to do the research to figure out valuations that are reasonable. Otherwise, you're just gambling and speculating and lost, hoping that someone else tells you what to do with your money. You have to make sure that you can put together some form of evaluation model on each one of these assets. That way, if it gets grossly overvalued, you know. and you can identify it. And if it gets grossly undervalued, you know, and you can identify it. All right? All right. Make sure. Just make sure. I sold 30% with good profit. Now I'm chilling. See? Christopher gets it. Oh, I just watched. You guys are probably dumping it right now. This is funny. Not funny because not funny, but this was probably one of you guys just caused it to dump. Speculation. Um, a whale just moved it actually. One of you guys a whale? Holy shit. Let's trace this wallet. Ready? See, here's the thing, okay? Now, I just got somebody's wallet information. And I take this, okay, and I go to blocksolutions.app. It's not live yet, but on the back end that is live that I can play around with, I could then paste this in here and go track whose wallet that was and see what else this whale holds and go very in depth. You caused the dump. Good, now I'm gonna go buy more. No, you just created a sell-off. I know, all I did was just make sure that you guys took your healthy profits. Gee, oh my God, what is that? What is this? You guys just flooded to go sell. That's wild. That's wild. Well, now I gotta watch what I say, because now I actually could get fucked by the SEC. Good thing nobody's like watching this. Let's see. Ah, there's too many of you guys. Get out. Get out. But now I could take whoever's wallet whale address, right? This guy. This guy likely is an early investor into some of this stuff. I could take his wallet, go to blocks, put it in here, and create custom alerts. So every time this person moves now, I could go get notifications. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. That is wild. Yo, the whole thing is starting to tank now. I guess I won't be talking about any of this anymore. You guys just spoiled it. You guys just ran to make you guys, if this actually was a sell-off created by you guys, that is disgusting. And truthfully, you guys should be ashamed because you just allowed some random dude on the internet with 12 people watching his live stream to influence your financial decisions. You guys need to have conviction in what you're doing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God. Why is this got an S here? I'm confused. Oh, it's because. Oh, that's cool. It tells you what transaction you got. What's good, Johnny? What is good, Johnny? That's the most wild thing. All right, I gotta get off Axon. My brain's going crazy now. Oh, baby. Let's go check out some research coin. Still up 9%, not at the 50-cent threshold that we were at a little bit earlier. Had a very similar sell-off, actually. Very, very similar sell-off. Let's go look at Athena DAO. No, still down just minusculely. What else you guys wanna look at? You guys wanna discuss I got a lot of cool things I'll be doing today. So as you guys are able to tell with the background here, I am currently at Hit Network. I'm infiltrating their main office here. It's not actually their main office, but they do record some stuff in here. Got a lot of I don't even know what it's going to entail if I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just here to meet with everyone, make sure I continue to show face, say what's good to Josh, say what's good to TJ and DZ. Have a good time. Josh has a very, very nice apartment out here. Compared to like what I got, the condo, we're paying pretty damn close to the same amount for the condo that you guys are watching me renovate compared to Josh's place out here. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? Why is this so much nicer? It should be fun. No, I can't pretend that I'm not thinking. My brain is 100% focused on this. I can't pretend that I'm not focused on this. This is crazy. I guess I won't be talking about stuff like that anymore. I guess I won't be going on rants like that probably ever again. That was insane. Oh man, I sold my whale bug. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It was funny because like I had seen it happen. We did it with Lake a long time ago. Do you guys remember that in the Discord? All right. Thank you, Christopher. You're calming me down a little bit. Do you guys remember in the Discord back before this pump? No, was it before this pump? No, it was this pump. This pump. I held my classroom on Data Lake, and I think it was somewhere in here. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy. And then vividly remember people going and pumping up the price in like single buy orders. You could see it go in and just like the price spiked. I was like, this is crazy. You have no clue the amount of power you have, bro. Tell them it's time to buy and they buy. Tell them it's time to sell and they sell. This is crazy, Logan. It's just that's like it doesn't that's why you see people like not talking about small cap things. And that's why I think it's very peculiar. You gotta tread a very light line here. There was another thing. What was it? I think it was Genome. No, it wasn't Genome. Although Genome is one that could probably happen aggressively with a $1 million market cap. This is Genome's DAO, but their actual token. This is their actual token. They have a bunch of tokens actually. But this is their governance token. So you believe in Axon's marketing? I do, Landon. I do. I think their marketing will go crazy. It wasn't Genome. What was it? It was like because we got VitaDAO, and then we got you know what? I don't even know that I'm gonna be able to pull it up actually. No, oh, it was VXV, and then what's their actual equity token? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Johnny, I don't even know. Johnny, we've discussed literally every DeSci play that exists, so I'm sure it's happened with all of them. S-Bio, yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thank you. S-Bio. Vector Space Bioscience. It's getting big. This is a big guy now. This is a big guy. Holy shit. What the hell just happened to it? It just fell off a cliff. Somebody sold part of their equity. It's a $6.27 million market cap. However, it's completely illiquid. The liquidity is $368. That's crazy. It's completely illiquid. So be like don't go buy anything, guys. Don't do it. Like don't do it. It wet the bed. Yeah. This thing didn't quite shit the bed, but definitely wet the bed. That's for sure. All right, I think I might wrap things up and go start perusing around because I know that Hit is about to, or Discover Crypto is about to go live. I kind of want to go watch that. I don't know what to say, guys. You guys just opened my eyes a little bit. I will be more cautious in the future. Probably won't go on rants like that around specific tokens ever again. Maybe it was pure coincidence, and I'll chalk it up to pure coincidence. But the goddamn the coincidence was enough to give me a little brick in my stomach. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was a worthwhile live stream to invest it into. I'm excited because this is a good early birthday present. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be live tomorrow, probably around 9:30 as well again, guys, because they have their morning meetings every morning and I want to go partake in those as much as I can. I want to absorb everything. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow's live stream. Let's fucking go. Happy Axon Day.